Sorry. Who feel about?
If I was Western off.
Western off.
Patrai.
Where are you, ma?
Patrai.
Where are you, ma?
Patrai.
Where are you from?
Patrai was selfie.
Selfie.
Patrai.
The other band say.
The Patrai me cook to any na me baha. Abaya to me coco. Coco to me coco no to ye no. If you do ba kuni, won tia me sika se me man nyina tifie.
Some other MP, right? I've seen all of them lying to the public. Why do we do this? Listen, you guys lost an election. I think the MPP still don't get it right. Look, Richard, you are that much educated, a lot of tertiary education. I have some. Why do you, and millions of Ghanaians do, why do you think that after losing an election, you should straight away go into propaganda? It doesn't work that way.
How on earth will you, after losing power, few days to your exit, you are still giving letters of credit for $48 million to buy juice sacks that are still sitting at the port? And when you say these things, in fact, the difficulties we are facing right now is, the question is, why are we not arresting them?
You see the store there. It's a chow. So the man for coming from Billian. Where money can follow? No more dear shame.
Coco hunse media. Chase baby adu MPP was o munya ma yenya ka. O man ka amagana fo antiase aye hunto ye. Enkugurafo ya ba se o wafi sewi. Akopie mu e COCOBOD office e Accra. Na omu goduru ye wie ya. After say na anu ye make sure say ebi say ma omu 250 Ghana. Akuafo ni bi say ye be ma omu se kan Wellington boot. Ena sika plus ho friends and sekan ne ho kwaniaba. Omo nyinko demonstration omo so omo nko. Na omo nim say the president John Dramani Mahama o wadwempa na o ya de pa e de ama Ghana ni cocoa farmers food na. Hey, young got here for another badge of cocoa farmers. Omo go do ya. Hey, ebi yes you cocoa I friend say card my area. Chama akwanu ko yi MPP card. I'm say hey. Say mu ya mana da ndi munyai. Na di okoyi card na chi wie ye so a. Enkofo ba se di omko ye ase ba se ne ko. Ana mu ka kire cocoa COCOBOD mpedimfo no bi say komo di omo. Esu kom so di omo. Ana o me say here 200 Ghana as a lot of fair come back. I'm say one of them buy.
Na mo pedi ki bi mre yen VIP na ya high no mo ma ye vip kakra na fanti ka ni VIP na cost mo he nipa ba ku bia 2 million nipa ba ku bia 2 million ya na mo buy o say ya 45
aka be yawo omo ni so ne ba pesa mo nyina mo ntena ka no na mem na ka no na me no mo bekasa na fe de wo no na ya mamo why
na ma ka tra mo mai Mama ya bibi kakra ni akunya ya tra ka mu sa ti anu ka pam di yen ya ti
ka se mo nyina mo ntena ka no me ba
na bra
mo ka ne wen
de ka ro ko eti se mo ko ma mo de ka na ba
mo ko tina ka no na ka me mbra ka no na de wo no why nti mo no
Wọ́n say obi akọ demonstration. Na nipa na akọ demonstrate atia no. Ono na say mo nsu nti ye. We omo mo nsu. So omonye no. Omo ye no masa nya fima ko busa so ompe aduane. Ana sika 200 Ghana each. E dey return na papa yi wa abotre. Ana wato ne buase ne wati omo. Ana waje omo nsem nyina atum. Ana wawie no so obesa hwede obeya mom. Am say mo ya sure say nkrofo ye cocoa farmers. Omo ye cocoa farmer card mra ebi party card ya MPP. Kasa ye omo kasa ntwaye. Yen go buse ba akukura de ono de nye o hwase script no ya ntram man ye mami ye go buse no so oye ohima and it's fine oye ohima o yen so sewi hifa oni and ye on kan me say na wan obi a wo position o wo post no obeka se me de mempe me nkan kire ma manfo mu enka wo do betu 2 year na ohima enka okura de ya too special o se won kan o se amenka ano se yes ne how ne saying o se John Dramani Mahama de ne kasi 2011 and me say one na tura se mama mi one train here crowd. Because since 2011 there, now they say, and can another arbitrate 8 years. I was at 2011. And said they are all supporting the MP before came there. And 8 years and can say people move. So say, from NDC, meals time, Kadaho, and a Mahama 2012, 2016, also more Canibi, and another do the 8 years. As well, Canibi, the Afin or no Bejinisika. I'm saying,
Who feel about?
Because the Western off.
Western off.
Patron.
Where are him?
Patron.
Where are him?
Patron. Patron was selfie.
Sashi.
Patron.
The other band say.
The patron me kueni tina me ba ha. Abanya to mi koko. Koko to mi koko no to ye no. Efie du ba kuni. Ontia mi sika se me ma nyina ti fie. Me ya koko sika kwa nsho me ma no. Nti se ma ba se me ba beji mi sika. Oni tina me ba ye. And that's why first kana ma me na me nko. Me da ha.
So your him or ifa.
Me patron kron de mi modi am se mi fisa na me ba ye. Ai.
Who do koko?
Me patron me yakuafo pa.
Who say ifa?
E wo sashi. Patron.
It's anything in my bank.
Patron.
You can say mo ji musika na.
Patron ya ji sika.
What's that?
And tomorrow, what is one from Cosi Babada than Cosi at 3,000 1. That's the because then about them a bin see that say, go this one which I had this so our Ghana. Then my cover sample, they offer me baby or about 2 years. Or no better 3,000 1 from Cosi my. But what you had that then here, now next time catch the was enough for any kind of for what's enough any kind of catch the end.
Mama pay politics in yet the crowd, I say. Mese mon try mas kanda nisi. Me can be a munti. Ana Dennis Mregabuaji, uye cheap politics say ya. Uye ma the real cocoa farmers, no. O me kasana man phone serious view. O block your more chances be. Baja in Chechemaba. According to lawyer Martin Pebu, I know say Richard Ayaba, our FN is saying MPP communication director. Or say what you want one say Aden. Or say Aden government of the day. I dey alcohol it at first say cocoa. Say or trend their tour I got turn about then. And a cocoa price up for my year. I feel na obese take cocoa for sika so. On go tria o ma de mom. Ana Martin Pebu say the all can o data. Unya information for him. Ugo busa wine and this information the ma ho. I was adding MPP for more creative fake news sir. Adding na moye jandam the settings sir. I said jandam settings ya moye. And you when the mama win election 2028.
Absolutely. And I'll take from the positive, okay, the side of Agbada Musa. So you remember last week you asked me the same question, that what shall we do in this case, right? With this plummeted prices and the problem we are facing. And I said we have to engage the cocoa farmers and give them more information, more education. And Agba said so. I agree with that, except that where I'll depart from, and that's what the Catholic Bishops Conference has said, that we shouldn't reduce the prices, right? But we are in dire straits now. So if we were to call the farmers and to have an open dialogue, like Agba said, they would understand. Except that Agba and Co are now grandstanding. The time they were in office and we were telling them how to engage, they didn't listen. Today they are grandstanding and saying we should what? Engage. But the key thing, you see, with what the Catholic Bishops Conference have said, I've not seen them acknowledging the fact that, look, it's not the case that COCOBOD sat on the cocoa and the prices plummeted, like Agba is saying. I think that particular point, if I haven't said anything at all this morning, what I want to make clear is that that statement is not supported by any facts. You see, it's jandam. When you say COCOBOD sat...
18,000 metric tons, you're saying that? You said that?
Sorry, say that again.
You're mentioning about some 18,000 metric tons.
I said less than 18%.
Okay.
You are saying that the problem we have today is due to COCOBOD sitting on the beans and the prices plummeting. I'm saying that is false. Let's correct that. Let's not do that.
Nobody said
that is what you said. That's your main problem.
No, we're saying that it's a trading decision.
Yes, and we're saying that you are wrong. You are misleading us.
So that 18%, you don't think that you should make a right decision on it if that's what that's the fact?
No, you said the majority of it. You said we sat on the beans.
I'm saying that.
You said we sat
you
on
have
the
made a
beans
trading decision that is gone bad. That's it.
No, that did not.
And then also you had the opportunity to even forward sale. You make your point.
Yeah, so the point you want to burst your bubble. Look, I've seen it on social media. Your communicators have been lying all over, saying that we are in this crisis because the beans were not sold at the right time. And I'm saying that is false. You've been saying all this. Do you have any RTI from COCOBOD and Cocoa Marketing Company confirming this? How do you go out into the public saying that this problem is due to the fact that we sat on the beans hoping that the prices will go high so that we'll sell at a higher price and then it plummeted? That is what your communicators have been saying. I've seen Miracles Abuaje, I've seen this in the MP, some other MP. Right? I've seen all of them lying to the public. Why do we do this? Listen, you guys lost an election. I think the MPP still don't get it right. Look, Richard, you are that much educated, a lot of tertiary education. I have some. Why do you, and then millions of Ghanaians do, why do you think that after losing an election, you should straight away go into propaganda? It doesn't work that way.
Okay, so
we are not. No,
so answer the question. The question is what is on the board. Answer. Talking about me is not the solution. No, the answer is on the board.
Yes, the only point I want to address is the Jandam, because I've seen that when we put out too much data, then the main problem gets misdiagnosed. We are saying that the MPP's diagnosis of this problem is false. It's Jandam. They say that we are in this crisis because COCOBOD sat on the beans in the hope that prices will go higher so that they can cash in, and then instead the prices plummet. And we're saying that is false. Over 80% had already been sold. That is it. I have been in touch. You know, it's a cocoa marketing company that sells, right? CMC. Guys, I've been in touch. You know, there's a MD Wisdom Dogwe. They said, look, they had sold this. They had sold this. So it is false when MPP comes. Look, listen, it says, look. Let me show you. It says that CMC, a subsidiary of COCOBOD, responsible for selling of cocoa, actually sold more than 80% of the cocoa before global prices plummeted. And MPP is all over town deceiving citizens. Let's answer
the question.
So the problem, what I'm saying is that, so right now, this whole debate is being fueled by propaganda, Jandam. That's what I'm saying. You even go and bring cocoa, you go and hire people, right, to come and demonstrate. Some of them say we are not cocoa farmers, so we're giving 200 Ghana, 20 Ghana to Insefi. And now in at the COCOBOD headquarters. Why do you do this? You lost an election. Take your time. Listen, with time, Ghanaians are very savvy. When we see bad governance, we know. It's not when you artificially create bad governance. It's like you are in a hurry to create a big scandal. I've seen some of people saying, oh, the cocoa price haircut is the biggest scandal. No, take your time. Be constructive. You think if you were you see this morning, if you had left out
the question, you are not answering the question. You are just talking around the matter. You said they have reduced the price. That's the issue. And the farmers are demonstrating because the price has gone down. You are not addressing that. You are talking to me. Am I a cocoa farmer?
I've addressed it. Let me repeat. I've addressed it. I'm saying that the farmers, if they are engaged, if the figures are put on the table, everything laid bare, they would understand. But they have said that last week.
It's an engagement that we talked about as well, that you are saying has to be done.
Last week we even did so. We said that no, government should engage the farmers, do this stakeholder consultation, let bear the figures, and they would understand, because they are also Ghanaians. They are Ghanaians, so that when prices are better, they will get better payment. But right now, as I said, the key thing we are suffering is that these MPP guys are fueling the debate with false data. They come and say, we are in this crisis because COCOBOD sat on the beans and they didn't sell at the right time. Meanwhile, they don't have any statement showing when the beans were sold, when the prices had plummeted. You don't have data. And you keep saying it all over social media. It started last week. I even had professors sending me this false data. I looked at that professor. I said, well, I know his track. Of course, I'm not mentioning it. But I know where he came from. The professors sending me. No, I'm saying that.
You're not answering the question.
I've answered it. Which is the answer? The answer is that we will engage. No, don't worry.
You will engage. You are part of it.
I said we should engage them. Yeah, we are Ghana. I'm Ghanaian. So if Ghana
no, what you said is not like Ghana. You said we will engage.
Yes, as a citizen, if my government engages the farmers, it covers all of that. So engagement will be done. And I'm sure even the engagement is good because at that engagement, then once again, it will be hammered home that this whole debate has been fueled by false statements. No, that's the first point. So let me continue. I hope I have 2 more minutes to wrap up. You remember 2 weeks ago, Randy Abe, was... so let's give you further details. Say by the time the market collapsed, COCOBOD had received about 580,000 metric tons of cocoa and already sold 530. So 530 had already been sold. Honorable referred to it. 530 had been sold before the prices plummeted. So their whole argument, the debate, the social media debate with the Jandam collapses. Because their key point, and I'm saying that if you haven't heard this morning, just hear one point. They say we are in this crisis because COCOBOD didn't sell at the right time. We are saying that before the prices plummeted, 530,000 metric tons out of 580 had been sold. So where is the argument? So is it the 50,000 that's the crisis?
50,000 is what the new price will be from.
Exactly. Stop deceiving us. Stop deceiving us. We don't like this propaganda. Let's build this nation together. Okay? And out of that, listen, let's come. And out of that, they have still sold about 45,000 K. So all we have is like the 50,000 left. And people come. You go and create an artificial crisis. Go and hire people. Hire people to come and demonstrate.
Lawyer Martin Kwebu area nano ana honorable Ata Isa also oti finance committee in parliament nisubi. Reyan kopon ye MPP pa na mudi show mafu left right centers and we obo no rough. O si MPP NDC ko oja net profit of 1.8 billion equity. And then MPP AJ net loss of 5 billion equity. Ana edaho. That is enka COCOBOD. Ahuntre bia ba sika nke na ho a. Ye betun dey COCOBOD ho bra no. NDC ko oja ho faso 1.8 billion. Ana dey ma MPP administration in 2016. From 2017 na ba ya. Every 2024 eka MPP abura du onkwa about 5 billion. And I say the Ghana for kano ojitum omuna ye omo slope senka ba na nko omo cheche MPP for ya omo sa cocoa side wa onyonko we lose election now sign content of 43 million no o say we ketwetwa.
Yes, it's important that I don't want to dwell more on the past alone. But the mandate of COCOBOD is clear for everybody to know since it was established. The mandate is to make sure that 1, we give better pricing to our cocoa farmers, 2, to support our economic growth, and then make it vibrant in terms of performing its role in buying cocoa, processing, value addition, and all those things. I dare say, how on earth will you, after losing power few days to your exit, you are still giving letters of credit for $48 million to buy jute sacks that are still sitting at the port? And when you say these things, in fact, the difficulties we are facing right now is, the question is, why are we not arresting them?
Yeah, so why?
And I think that I'm part of the group of people that also firmly believes that. Yeah. Because even it is so glaring on the face of the audited financial statement of COCOBOD. So we don't want a situation where we'll start arresting you, then the conversation changes that we are persecuting you.
There's due process.
No.
Go according to
I'm
law.
saying that
You have just instituted a probe.
Yes, so I'm saying
into
that
all of this.
Yes.
Why didn't this decision come way earlier than this crisis period?
Yes, so this is a legitimate question, and I don't want to hold brief as to why it wasn't done. But I sit on the finance committee, and I know that the books of COCOBOD for 2025 looks dire. You people mismanaged the sector by your reckless commitments that you did. Will you believe that I have a statement from the 2024 audited financial statement? Last bullet. Let me, no, I'm coming. I want to read this statement. It's very important for me. And you can check it out on... Yes, it's here.
Which statement exactly is it?
The statement on budgeting versus what they actually spent.
Right.
It's very important because Ghana is governed by laws. Mm-hmm. Now look at the road contracts that I talked about. In 2014, in fact, I won't go far. Let me just start from 2018. In 2018, COCOBOD made no allocations for road contracts. Made no allocations. Mm-hmm. They ended spending 70 million Ghana cedis. In 2020, they made only 15,630,574 million Ghana cedis. They ended up by awarding road to a tune of 987,276,893.50 Ghana cedis. In 2021, they made a total of 400 million Ghana cedis on road contracts. Mm-hmm. They ended the year with 526 million. Now, this is where the catch is. In 2024, they made a total road commitments of 350 million. They ended the year spending 2,970,728,728.55 Ghana cedis. From 350,000 to 2.7 billion. Who do you expect to come and pay this type of debt? So when you look at the mess that is stated here, you ask yourself, what level of decision, what type of decision were we taking as a country? You inherited a COCOBOD with a net equity of 1.8 billion. Meaning that when you take all the current liabilities of COCOBOD, from its current assets, we still have excess of 1.8 billion Ghana cedis. You bequeath to the new government a net loss in equity to 5.9 billion Ghana cedis. And yet you have the audacity to be talking. That is sometimes that's why I began the statement by saying that yes, the reality of the matter is that the cocoa farmer needs to be paid, but we must also do that with capacity and the sustainability of the cocoa sector.
I keep on blaming Dr. Randiabi. I blame the NDC, the Greek minister, Honorable Eric Poku. Mobile na mudi kan catch any who say boniwe no media. Enka we dede we nkomo nye. But manti manka. Chese mo protect omo, mo namfo ane omo. Ana yen ane yete woni yebu afu. Chese mo ye de mo mfa ya ho. Ena ya ebuka mu wie no. Abu aka ma wie no. A feska chaos aba no. Afe na mutire chire. Mo za fe na mo bre. Afe dem be se amanfo tie mu na monye kamafo. Monkai say a politics. How to win the heart and soul and the minds of people. Not every person with the same intellectual level. Ebi de sebi e from kakra. Enti oka asem ba ku mienu obeji adi. Ogidi wi e be dey so be yafu na kumam. Enti ma wi no you are going to suffer a fate that you didn't even create. Eti munya say ye chemu a na mo sha se ncheche. The president have already ordered say ye forensic audit. Ye wi investigation koso ye prosecute amanfo. Na oka wi a attorney general bedu nchen asa na okra atana de na cheche de open na dane enwa etwere ntwere paper no so ma bonten da mon charge da court ye nkoda ne entehwe na ende. This one should be different. This one should be different. You promise mo se mo anya ye be ya mamo. According to Honorable friends Haruna Mohammed, our MP, our AFO, or say I joined the cocoa farmers on their farms in the constituency. And from the engagement, it is clear they fully understand the situation on the ground.
Phone I'm afraid from any omudi ehemu. Cocoa no good depo. Mama no go. Obia ni cocoa obia no. Obaje 36 million. President Kopa Busia fi 150 million. Now on say Ghana.
Ghana for unya video ya no ahya amaye. Honorable Ojian Chair, Member of Parliament for Esunafunof, Aluna Muhammad. Because we Ghana about cocoa price NDC aban se wateso. Na ne die ntia ya twiri se ye ba aforaging say aforaging Ghana o ka ba bia ye kua ye do cocoa pa wan to so first or beto so second. MP so ono so o ye ne to dada. So ono so dia hye no bo say na kuafo nkwa ne to abama no ha de. Se cocoa price aba form na say yateso a o ncheche mo onu ncheche ma kire mo.
Problem anya ya say yankasa. Yanka yene akuafo no ni komo. So am say anopa ma ho hedie anya le boni ma. Say wo hwe impesua wiso a ye ka Ghana ha. Baby a cocoa isem na cocoa wo pa. Ye ntoso mienu da. E be toso baako. Ye be di face. Ele ma be di adanse se na mo mo wasa hwini na akra no. Omo sa asana deputy. Omo galam say isem na na ma na be assess omo sa ati no. Sa asana te chewo. Nto mo nyina no e ba this time. It be ko hele say, "Hey, na Yakobo ya man ye say ni." Say, "Masuma e wan this dim." Yakopa de papa ba ya. E bo na le wo soro na fe de ya ban se yate so. Me wo gidie say mo nyina anyamode. Say aban bi ba ya na ye de call 30 million. Na ye so ye ba ya ye say the free call 36 million. Le ko ba ne sen ana fe de ya sa ate so amana ba 25 million. Na reho sem ba ene say afi yesimu no. Na em say de moto no afre say ni nyina de gu amrofo no. Enti kokoo no abu ana ne kokoo no enye Togo ne Ghana ne Cote d'Ivoire enkrokro no omo Brazil achi ho ne Argentina omo nya bia bi. Eyi say abu e wa Germany so. Ana ne bu na ye den ati abafom. De makwa kare no. Aba ntu aka no. Di wa na sa crash bia obaka so mam 25 million o ekronfo. Mo report na my. Maka no ba bi say your friend is COCOBOD for no enter task force ngum bi mu. Ye nuanu mu twumfuturo egu Ghana fo ani. Ye mabo nkru se hwana bo ka sei hwana ye sei dabi enu ntina Ghana fo se ye di jawa ye de so enu to mo de ye ba ye mo topa ma ye bom no na se ye kapa ne mo ma ya enu mo nya hoden anu ese kasa ese se nipa guba asimu kwankran ese ko demonstration no so ma fa Ghana fo but the mama ka ne say wo se ye fie nan e free na ko si 2030 ye kokko no be free Ghana ko ba bia yes na she cross at the parliament there se mu hu mu nema ka mo bom se mama no yes adidi da na ye den na eje enye adidi preko ye nim se enche bia le bo no be sa ye den e kwan e fa so kosoro no a te no sa kwan na e be sa ko e di se wo start your whole politics se no ntie be mo were ni aba enfie mi se di anima na unnim de wo ye
first day am table no eno de we kuani star be na ye
ya me anim na tse na obi atwa no na ya kasi bisa sa wo benya ska na obete na wo de ya aguntawie na ya sante so ya bra wo sempa me baby school fees kwa in fact na my cumulative say me go to ame na mu 3000 there
ayela
I free it ma daroma say na mo aka no bua na ayi abotai mu say mama de say ayira kra obasan de the man o de be ma yenti no ya wa resenso na yasibia no era na se
say there the restaurant say say the BC o ma any ka tia sentem say na eko na ma yakuafo no ye ya we
say say putupulu anu ma ko fe bia ba be hye moko
how
person challenge say problem we ba muni kama akuafo na asonte ye sonte na say we ba si ya any problem na mo be delay sa pekopa na aba obi enu a obeje atum obi abubefu say yesremo yo mama e penase pa obema Ghana jo
ele so mo so no mo de Cote d'Ivoire de na ye fato bo mo ni za mo be Cote d'Ivoire kura se be bia e di de ko so Cote d'Ivoire bia no ufri kasa pe Cote d'Ivoire wa China 2 hours enya bri kro wa di moto be duru ko no gudepo mo malu abati su bia no mo malu ngo sada America no wo de ko kari no ansana yeah, 7 because problem le buy na be 2 months ni obi a de cocoa koy me boa obi a de cocoa obi a no o be 36 million president kopa busia fi 150 million na komo no me pesa komo no kwati enu ti na mo de asoaye no yesi ya de so na de e jaw se de manfo ko me fa manfo bi no fe mu na akwafo no ni o mu di ehemu
na eska so mba ya kali ko skamba ama assembly bigina minister bia o skamba
skale de me de me ncho no enura chia ya transfer 1 billion Ghana cedis
me cha o man penire se asema ba no ya ye na gina pintim atu aba ma no enti o ma bibia ye correct ema na ye wo kire no ye kundako na ye kundako ema no enti ye sre no se skana o de ba no ye danase etemedi na ye dina tem no o mu nyina be fere ye sre o mo ase yakobo mboa buo no ba o mpega emu eba fom so okofoma obi ankasa
na asema okay ni na no ne kura na ne se koko famese wa hafo ka hafo se omuji tumgura se o man ye number 1 a omutimi ye number 2 eba koko do a enti ho de koko famese ho pa onko bebi a koko famese aka trepe engoso amanfo megum enti okobisa koko famese fo ne se first of all mamini kan chire situation na asi no na yempa chow e wo sika na yesi in future betete so no but for now John Dramani Mahama ne chire se muna mukoko mudi ba ya na mu wewie ye na musadi ko fie because sika na ma mo 3600 be twa mam then after that enti so no e be se de be ya world market as what world market what enti ye tete mu dia so kakran se de be ya ye betima ye adidi preko enye efre adidi dada nye adidi preko na ye ma musike nana mu ni ne na o chinye yanza nye sika ntwa muka enso be da na asem foforo enti ase aye aduma anom se go on kick on my markets enti ase aye aduma dada na omuye no omo so cheche omu die mu se next time bibi sa ani a omu na ekoko akuafo no muni kan bro omo na ase nchire mu nchire omo am so mu kan chere ne ya be ne nkrofo COCOBOD aduma no nye office enye air conditioning V8 cars mu nko a munsi grounds mundu koko afo mu obi munse munchire omo sit on a round table and discuss. Let them know the reality on the grounds. Samuye ne sa ankenye ne se eduru hai. Miraga za waji mumura etiesi koko afoma ono kwa jandam ho no. So the only way to kill the jandam is simple as ABC. Get on the grounds. Koko farmers ne say if you never could be ABC a mudi kan be yo masutire. Momo mama nyansa ansa na mo baby bisa amaye. And we I second 100%. The president of the Licensed Cocoa Buyers Association of Ghana said, "Men kanchira was say MPP jandam no monkele no because 1.1 billion Ghana cedis have been released by COCOBOD and it has been transferred to the licensed buying companies, the LBCs. Say Sisiano almost started a full payment at the amount cocoa farmers.
This money's over 1.1 billion, we understand, cedis has been paid. How much of it has hit your account?
Yes. Good morning, panelists, and good morning, listeners. Alfred, thank you. Kindly give me enough time to...
No. I just want you to, if you could answer the question for me, please.
So the 1.1 billion transferred means all has been paid to LBCs. And therefore, LBCs would transfer this money to the field to pay farmers who have not been paid. Now, I also wanted Honorable Atta to have indicated the funds that COCOBOD has received in terms of cocoa sold and what has been used to settle obligated debts that are binded by law, which has also denied LBCs from receiving this money. I'm saying so because we need to be very fair to both COCOBOD and whoever is managing the cocoa sector. You realize that when Honorable Atta was trying to explain the money realized and then the obligation, he should have mentioned in specific figures, real terms, how much money has COCOBOD paid as part of obligatory debt in 2025-26 cocoa season? That if COCOBOD management had been legally defiant, morally defiant, and say that this debt that we need to pay, we would divert it, pay the LBCs, so that we clear LBC debt and we pay farmers. I wanted Honorable Atta to mention that so that we understand the issues. I must say that the line of best fit has been drawn, as the economists will say. Now, where we are is that the 500,000 metric tons of cocoa that has been mobilized and part of it has not been paid, is that we pay with the old price that we lifted the cocoa from the farmers before the price reduction. Now the price reduction is going to mobilize about 70,000 metric tons. Now, when I say the line of best fits is that if we try to maintain our cocoa price without strategically position ourselves, engaging farmers, and come with the right and best structure for our cocoa industry, if we maintain the price, we are going to subsidize economies of our neighbors. Cote d'Ivoire and Togo would have flooded our market with cocoa that has not been produced in Ghana. That is why we sympathize with the farmers. We are talking to the farmers and encouraging COCOBOD that stop all obligatory payments, and any money that you receive, pay to the LBCs, we'll go and pay the farmers, will settle our debt. As I indicated, the LBC debt is so huge, and therefore LBCs, of course, is part of our business. That is the job we want to do. That is the sacrifice we are making. But now, irrespective of the different commentaries that are happening, I will encourage COCOBOD and Ministry of Finance to anchor the line of best fit that has been secured, meaning we are going to reform our cocoa sector. We are going to reform our cocoa sector.
Hey, Sikabako, you can't do a performance. No, bank and I'm charges. I'm charges. There's no charges. But so far, I have no cocoa talk. Cocoa fight in a baby. Say, you're almost come on where we are. And to pay them their money, no. They say, oh, I some from you. Pay them their money. Now, do you have anything to say? Only we can be a Twitter ended. And to go fight, you know, the president of the Licensed Cocoa Buyers Association of Ghana were ending Tokano, Median Wapon. When you had to say cocoa farmers, I fed ye, Sikano, Abba, no Mosabeka. And I say MPP, Jandam, the settings, you know, so pressure, no, and I'm the president of the day. I'm making sure this can be betrayed. And I say, John Dramani Mahama, the listening president, ain't in a wet tea, and a wire home. For comments, no to comment section, I say, we will subscribe, like it, na share my unya, and you be share. Edino Eba, Maxi Billian, our naked truth on Oldboga trends, Macau. Bye bye.